Well, good evening, folks. It's the real Captain Kirk here. It's the 5th of December, 2021. We're live from 1 Bethlehem Plaza in downtown Bethlehem, Pennsylvania here today. Last week's summary, again, this is a big map for trends versus last year on a National Retail Federation calendar, so how our customers would look at it. Here in the U.S., warm, 6.8 degrees warmer than last year, warmest in fourth warmest in 36 years, so much above average national temperatures. If there was a cold spot, it would be the Northeast. Minus 88% drier than last year, number one driest in 36 years. We'll talk about these dry trends because they've been pretty epic this year, and it's actually continuing now here in the late fall. 38% less snowfall than last year, least in 5 years, sixth least in 36 years, so below average snowfall as well. Canada a little bit cooler, wettest in 5. UK, coldest in 4. Europe, wet, number one wettest in 36 years, so very wet in Europe. Russia, also the number one wettest in 36 years, and snowy. China, a little bit warmer, warmest in 11. Down under, still coldest in 8 years down in Australia, and cooler across India and Brazil. Maps inset left are the trends versus average. Dry again, so this is the dry to drought phases again so far here in the fall as of late November, so still very dry. 66% of the country is dry to drought phases, about similar to last year, 67%, so pretty high on that front. Normally be about 47% of the country. If we look at these last 5-6 weeks here again across the U.S., again very dry, number one driest in over 36 years. So if there's a wet spot, it's down in Florida and maybe Pacific Northwest, but the rest of us pretty much below normal rainfall here for this late fall period, so very dry for sure. The other thing that's down is actually COVID and flu trends. Again, probably turn off your TV to get the real news here, but according to the CDC site here, cases of COVID are actually down. Again, we're trending here versus Christmas time. December last year was a huge spike going up, and this year the trend is actually down. Flu is up a bit over last year, but still below baseline, so again, not a widespread flu here at this stage of the season. So that's good news going into the wrapping up the holiday shopping season here. This week again here, second week of December here, a little bit warmer, 1.1 warmer than last year, warmest in 6 years, sixth warmest in 36 years, so much above average temperatures across the south, even into the northeast, where we're actually going to get some snow. So you don't have to have really cold to necessarily have snow this time of year. Spotty cold out toward the Rocky Mountains. 117% wetter than last year, 16th wettest in 36 years, and snowfall is actually snowiest in 5 years. So we have a snowy week here, again, across the upper plains, Midwest, Great Lakes, even into the Northeast, even some of the big cities here in the Northeast. So we'll get some snow this week. We'll talk about that here next year with the 6-day snowfall outlook. We have a little bit of a clipper system that may actually then regenerate off the coast here. So here's today, snow, and then Monday, and then the little clipper system coming in through Tuesday, and then Wednesday you see here where we got a swath of 1 to 2, 3 inches of snow, again, from the West Virginia into the WT360s area here and just maybe west of New York City. We'll see if it gets all the way into the New York City area here. But again, a little bit of a coastal event. So again, a 2, 3, 4-inch event coming. And then see this is snow out in the Northwest Rocky Mountains. Looking at the aggregate here for the 6-day total here. So you see some snow out there in California. They'll take it in the high elevations of the Rockies. And the system, big winners probably again from the Fargo to Green Bay areas and points north, and then again some moderate, light to moderate snow here in the Northeast, even near WD360 here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. So just north of the big cities, Philly, New York, but you may even get your first accumulating light snow here this week. Looking at snowfall here again, so this is just the trends over the last 36 seasons. Again, so this is for the 5 through 10 December period here. So again, up 459% more snow than last year, 25% above average, most in 5 years, 12th most in 36 years. So a snowy period, despite the warmer national trends. Looking at next week, getting into almost the third week of December here, but 9.2 degrees warmer than last year, warmest in 15 years, second warmest in 36 years. So much above average national temperatures. Starting to see maybe a shift of the pattern here. We expected it to happen around Christmas time, the week before Christmas, week around Christmas, and starting to see signs of that in the west. So look at the big storm system in the west. Even though the nation's 12% drier than last year, 16th wettest in 36 years, average on a national scale. Look at all that rain and snow in the California, Pacific Northwest. This may be ushering in a cold front. Finally, some of that really cold air. Alaska's just been epically cold here. Some of the coldest in 30, 40, even 50 years. Up in Alaska. Some of that may be heading down our way here. So we expected it around Christmas. We'll see if it can get here in time. Look at the world 2-week aggregate here for the next 2 weeks. Again, generally warm across the Americas. See all that cold air still up in Alaska and cold across northern Russia. But the rest of the world pretty warm right now on a national scale. We'll look here real quick just around Christmas. This is kind of what we shared with our Wall Street financial services clients here this week. So again, just quantifies the Christmas period. about 3.7 degrees colder than last year, coldest in 11 years, our expectation. So we quantify that against our power of 1 degree technology and how it influences seasonal sales. So every degree colder, there's about a 5% increase in outerwear sales. So since that week will be almost 4 degrees colder, almost a 19% increase in coats, heating consumption. Unfortunately, your electric bill is going to get, enjoy it now, but consumption is going to be sky high here as we get into late December, January, and March even. So some tough utility bills here as we get into the winter season ahead. So warm now, but winter we still believe is coming. So with that, folks, we hope you have a great week. We will be back here again this time next week.